Hola! Your dream vacation to Bali starts from rupees 22,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Hello Kavya.
Hi.
Welcome to Galatta Telugu.
Thank you.
See, I've been sitting here and watching your interview.
Okay.
And to me, I really like talking to people who like talking instead of doing interviews just for the sake of promotion of work.
Yeah.
So I really like your energy.
Thank you. If I had more time, I would probably keep speaking as much as I could.
Let's try to pack in as much as possible.
Yes.
I wanted to know, what was your relationship with films like while you were growing up?
I didn't really have any relationship. Of course, I loved watching films as a child, and you as a kid, you always imagine, oh, what if I was here and doing this role and stuff like that. Then plus my dad, he had some past experience, but things didn't work out for him actually. So, to be very honest, I did not know where to start. I had no sources, no contacts, no background, no relations whatsoever. So I used to always think this is way out of reach, it's not for me and stuff like that. And at that time, I was mainly focused on getting a graduation first and then doing anything. So this one time I was in my 9th standard and there was a campaign for Yahoo where they said come get your picture clicked and take 2,000 rupees. What? Why? I have no idea. So my brother and his gang, all these 10 boys, they were like, you know what, we're gonna go and get the free 2,000 rupees because it was free selling. So then he did it, they got the money, it seemed legit. So he called me, my mom, he said come down. And we went down, we got our pictures clicked, got 2,000 bucks, and we were happy and set, content in life. I was at least. So,
you remember what you did with those 2,000?
Not at all, no idea.
Okay.
Probably gave it to my mom and I told her keep it and then forgot about it. But yeah, I don't think, I must have bought something, I don't know. So, all of this, and then one fine day in the morning, I was getting ready for school, and my friend called me, and she's like, "Bro, you're in the newspaper." And I was like, my heart sunk, and I was like, I don't know what to do, for what reason. All the bad things started flushing in my head. And then I opened the door, and I saw that in the first page of the newspaper, I have a huge, the first whole page was just me.
Wow.
And then that was all over India, and then huge hoardings and everything were put over all over India. And I think that is where that spark, I would say, started within me. And then I got a few casting calls for TV serials and stuff, and I went, I auditioned, but of course I was just too fresh, and I was a child, of course. I didn't know anything, and then it didn't work out, and my school didn't allow acting or any sort of work before completing 10th. So I just focused on my studies, and I was like, okay, I have to graduate, finish my 11th, 12th, finish my graduation. Last year of my graduation, I got a casting call from YRF, and she, Shanu Sharma ma'am, she called me and she's like, I want to audition you, come down to the office. So I went down, I auditioned, I did some horrible overacting 80s drama. Cool.
Do you remember the scene or something?
No, I don't remember it. It was a...
What emotion you had to express?
Some of YRF film only, some Humpty Sharma, type, that kind of... Jab We Met it was, Geet.
Okay.
Yes, it was Geet from Jab We Met. And I did full overacting because I had no experience whatsoever. And then ma'am said, okay, you know what, you need to still work on yourself. So she did a personal 3-day workshop with me. She said, okay, you still need to work on your craft. And she sent me for more workshops. So I did 10 days workshops again and again and again and again and again. And finally, I started auditioning, started understanding. I went to every studio, everywhere, and I gave my audition. And slowly I started getting shortlisted auditions. Then I got my first ad for Patanjali. Then I got my second, and so on and so forth. And then I got a call from Hyderabad through a local coordinator. And they told me, why don't you come down to Hyderabad and do a look test. And that was for E-Maya Perimito.
Yeah.
So I came down with my father, I did that, and they instantly signed me and sent me back, and that's how I got my first ever film in 2017.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
What are some of your all-time favorite films?
All-time favorite films? Double Ismart.
Come on, that's such a
एक मैंने कहा
cool promotional plug. Yeah.
ये पाया pyramid.
Eagle.
Eagle. Oru peru erogona. I'm just kidding. But I think Double Ismart is going to be my most favorite henceforth. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. You watched Ismart Shankar, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch it in theaters back?
Not
when
in
it
theaters,
released?
but I did see it. Yeah.
Okay. What did you like the most about that film? Why do you think that film worked?
The
so much for
concept
the
was very new at that time, you know, and this character, Ismart Shankar, this mad, crazy, wild guy. I mean, if this kind of a person existed in today's world, he would be in jail.
Yeah. He would
You
be
know,
cancelled, obviously. There's no way someone like him
can exist
yeah.
and not deter the law. So definitely, his craziness, his coolness, it was like too good. The love quotient of the film, I really enjoyed. So yeah.
Okay.
And of course, Puri Jagannadh sir and Charmme ma'am as a duo.
Obviously. See, Charmme Garu, she has like quite an interesting journey, right? And obviously you had to observe, you got the opportunity to see her work closely with her and observe how she works. Like, how does she work? Because we, as outsiders, we really don't know much of what goes into production and all, right?
She gives it her all. She is very hardworking. She is on top of her game every time. She makes things happen. And that's what a producer does. They make things happen. For example, so when this casting was happening, Puri sir and Ram, of course I was not the process of this, but since it's a heard story, I'm telling you. Puri sir and Ram, they were sitting and discussing, oh, so who do we take, like for this character, the way this character is written, who should we take as a villain, XYZ, and they both came down to Sanjay Dutt sir. Now at that point of time, when Charmme ma'am tried to get the dates of Sanjay sir, he said no, because he was on 7 films. He signed 7 films that time. So he had no dates. She did not give up, but she said like, okay, so do you want to try and see somebody else? Or they were like, no, we can't imagine, we want Sanjay Dutt sir, means we want. Now what to do? So she's gone, she flew to Dubai, she stayed there for 2 days and made it happen, and today here he is.
Oh.
So this is the kind of a person she is.
Right.
This is one story. Another thing is when it came to casting me, there was a lot of speculation whether she, like, you know, like I was the top favorite out of amongst 3. There were 3
Priority,
options.
yeah.
So they liked me the most, but at that time, because of my accident after Bichigadu, I had put on a lot of weight, which was a problem, of course. Anybody would have a problem with that. And then ma'am said, you know what, this film is yours if you can show me that it's worth it. If you can give me a word that you can lose weight, and in 2 months I lost 12 kgs. Wow. And they instantly signed me and everything. And after that, ma'am is like, okay, you know what? Like, you are my heroine now. Now you just see how I pamper and treat you. And she's kept her word. She has pampered me, nurtured me, made me so comfortable. Like, and she's Punjabi, I'm Punjabi, so we anyway vibe
Bonding,
on that.
yeah.
So yeah, and she is a boss lady. She's inspirational, on top of things. Never amongst 7,000 people, which were just the junior artists. We had a 7,000 head count. She's managed it. Their food, to their snacks, to their water. Even in Mar Monta, we had so many juniors. Everybody was constantly hydrated. Like, so this is what the kind of feel you get. You feel like this is when a production makes you feel like at home.
Yeah, they care.
So this, yeah. And I had fallen very sick during the first day of Mar Monta. So instead of worrying about, you know, a day of shoot getting missed and all the money, which I was so concerned about, she just like, you know, she's like, Kavya, no, look at yourself. She's booked a room, a deluxe, like I don't know what, a luxury room, I don't know their categories, but the best room in AIG, the best doctor, the best treatment, everything I got, like, you know, and I really appreciate that. So, and she didn't care. She's like, you will be fine to come tomorrow or not. She'll ask me like that only. And I was like, I will come 100%. So these kind of things, and yeah, I don't have any complaints at all. I love Puri Connects and Charmme ma'am.
Lovely. And speaking of your accident, how difficult was that phase like, and how did you overcome?
I think it was by far the most difficult and the most difficult way of learning things in life for me, difficult phase, because I think, see, for a heroine, their career is their face, no? Like, for example, for any other art form or any other artist, the instrument is different. For example, a drummer will have a drum, a guitarist will have a guitar.
Yeah.
So when they have to perform, they will nicely remove that guitar out of the guitar case, you know, tune it a little bit, clean it, love it, play it. Once they're done, they'll nicely clean it, wash it, whatever, keep it, and then they can do whatever they want. For an actor, their instrument is their body. You know, this is what sells. Like, let's just be honest. Like, this is what sells, right? So, if I am the product and I have to sell myself, will you buy a damaged product? Exactly. So, that's how I felt. Like, I was like, out of the 1,000 beautiful, gorgeous, talented actress, why would somebody choose me? So, and I genuinely thought at that time, I still had Eagle and Uru Peru wherever Kona. So I was like, okay, you know what, Kavya, I had come to terms that maybe these are my last 2 films, and eventually I'll probably get some web series or small roles or XYZ. So I had quite made peace with it. And, but then I got double Ismart and I got Vishwam. So God is great, I can say. And yeah, but again, that period for me was, I took it in a very light spirit because I was very grateful that I could get the opportunity to save Vijay sir in a way that we both could promote the film. Otherwise, that day either 1, 2 or 17 people would have died. That accident was so fatal.
It was during Pichekaran too, right?
Yeah. It was last year in January. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, no. Are you an anxious person?
Not very.
How do you cope up with release days?
I am very detached to the result of a film, actually.
Nice.
Or the result in terms like the fate of a film is not in anybody's hands. Of course, there's a lot of money riding, a lot of time, effort, energy of a lot of people. But regardless of that, the fate is not in your hands. The result is not in your hands. So whether it's good or bad, I stay neutral to it. I know for a fact my satisfaction is in my work in terms of I give it my 110%, and then if it's liked or not is not. If it's not liked and whatever is not liked, I will work on it, I will improve it.
Nice.
So I'll focus on that more than like anything else. Now when I am a producer and maybe crores of rupees are riding on a film, then probably I'll be anxious as hell. I don't know. But even then, I think I never got into acting for the byproducts of it. I didn't know if I'll be popular, if I'll be a big actress. No, I didn't know that. I was just happy to be on a set and to be able to be presented a movie as a heroine, as a lead. That was it. That was like my top. I was like, hey, I've made it. So yeah.
Super. On that note, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.
All the very best for Double Ismart on August 15th.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hola! Your dream vacation to Bali starts from rupees 22,999 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.